I would like to thank Brian for inviting us to be the delegates at the constituency meeting. It was lots of fun. And like we have already the plan, 5 o'clock we have to leave here. We have to meet at Elsa's house. And then I was there by 5 o'clock. And then I never saw, Elsa was already in the car. I said, oh, it's so dark, their house. And then Elsa, you better call Anita. I said, no, she knows that already. Don't worry. By 5:30, I said, no, this is not a joke anymore. Because this is not, we're not going to go now. This is, we have to take the plane. And I don't know when is the next flight. And then so Anita said, oh Lord, are you there? Yes, I'm here already. I said, okay, I'll be there. And so, to make the story short, when we were at the airport, we saw some of our friends from Hilo Church. And I even saw my boss over there. Because I know she's also leaving that day, but I'm not sure it was in the morning. And so, when we arrived at the airport, and also the delegates from Kauai, they came too. And then, so I'm so very happy to meet them because, of course, we were in Kauai for 2 years. And they, oh, they were so happy. And then, so when we were waiting for, there's a guy, he's the coordinator for the transportation. He said, oh, just wait because somebody will be here. And then the van is already full. I said, okay. And so here comes the car. And then, oh, you can come. I said, only the three of us? Yes. They said, he's the pastor of Aiea Church. And then I said, okay, that's good. And so he was giving us the experience how this, he was also, he appreciated Daniel, they went to Waianae. And then he was telling us the story about this guy from Waianae that when he was still a student in HMA, one time they let him go home because he doesn't have money to pay for his tuition. But then time turns out, and then so then later on they have a business first. They have 4 taxi, then made to 8 and 12, and then now he said it was 14. All those money that they get is the help for the students that go to our school. And then when we were there in Central Church, and Elsa, her eyes become so big. Oh, I never seen this kind of big church. I said, oh, well, God, over here in this church, we always have the convocation over here because surrounded with many churches here. And then by 10 o'clock, we started the program. And then it was the pastor Watts who was leading the program, and then everybody, because you know who they are, because everybody wearing this tag, yeah? So you know who they are, what church they come from, and like that. And then so they say that the program will start by 10 to 1 o'clock. But then there was a chaos inside the church, yeah? Because this guy, I know he's local, he's from Honolulu or somewhere there, and he just stand up and went to the microphone and start talking. And so the pastor was, there was this president from Northern Conference, said, no, it's not the way like that to do that. And then so you have to see that. And then if you have any complaints, you cannot voice it in lots of people, it has to be a secret. So they went, the 3 of them, the secretary, the guy, and the pastor, went in the back. Took so long, and then like they never even, and then after that, they call all the nominating committee to go in the back in the office, maybe like 20 of them, or one is Daniel was one of them. And so I said, to Ninita, is this the way yeah, this is the way how to do the, I was here already before, but then the next constituency meeting, it will be not 5 years, but 3 years. It's not easy to elect a president because in our town, I'm so proud in our church, the Davao City is very, very big, yeah? And then, and so I read it online how they also elect the president over there. But I'm so very proud. Our church is very small, but you know the president comes from our church. And then I said, wow, just never know because he's the classmate of my brother, my youngest brother. They went to HMSA, no, HMA, SMA, our academy. They went and then went to college in Mountain View, and that's how they have to get that. And then, like, in their family, yeah, I know them because we're in the church, same church. Mostly their cousins and then their relatives are mostly the pastors over there, separate churches like that. And so it's people get so bored already over there because they're waiting for the result and it takes so long. And then all you have to do is you don't have to. If you have something to say, you have to just go to the microphone and say, and they give us these cards. It has to be yes, yes or no. That's only two. And our votes are very, very important at that time. And then, of course, we know that we have a new president. What's his name?
Yeah.
Eric Vandenberg, yeah, is our new president. And Pastor Watts over there at that time, he was so very emotional, he's always crying, because of course 16 years here. And then he said, oh, he was so happy because of the constituency meeting, because every time they have meeting, first, yes, they have twins. And then the next one, a daughter or so, they get another baby. And so he said, oh, this is constituency meeting. It's very, very meaningful to me. I'm so happy. And then because we have our kids, or we have our grandchildren. And then after the meeting, it was like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So we decided that, where are we going? And then I said that, hey, can somebody just take us to the airport? No, not to the airport, to Ala Moana Center. When we were, lucky Daniel is very smart. He was helping the mother get Uber because nobody will take us there. And then everybody's busy. And they're so busy, even Jubilee, no, I'm sorry I cannot take you anywhere you want because there's a farewell party for another school teacher, and then it was also a farewell party for Pastor Watts, but it's in the Ala Moana Hotel. And then, so while we were waiting there, but then the guy was so confused because he said that if you take the bus going to Ala Moana or going to the airport, I think you might get lost. I said, why are we going to get lost? We know this place so much. And then, so to make the story short, here comes the car. And then, okay, just take us to Ala Moana Center. And they said, okay. And so, while on the way to Ala Moana Center, here comes, there's a call from Ninita, the coordinator for the transportation. And then, hey, can you just take us to the airport? And I said, oh no, I'm sorry, I cannot take you to the airport because there's somebody already calling me. I said, oh okay, because those people from Hiluches, they like to go home early. In order for them to go home early, we have to be there too. And then so we decided that, let them go home because we are not here all the time. It's only once in a blue moon we are here. And then over there in Central Church, we saw our pastor here, and he was so happy. Oh, I'm so glad you. Oh, thank you for inviting us. Okay, let's come together. Let's have selfies. And then, while on the way to Alamana, so we were not able to get the car. I said, no, I'm not going to take you. And so we just went there to Alamana, window shopping, and then I said, there's a Big Island candy store there. And he said, oh, okay, I go there. I said, hey, you know what? I'm working in LA in the Big Island candy. Oh, really? Oh, so they gave her some cookies. And then so we decided already we'll just go to the airport now because it was like 5 o'clock. We said, okay, we just ride the bus. And then I said, okay, I know where the bus goes. And then, so I saw the bus. Hey, come, run! And then the bus cannot wait for us. So I went there ahead of them. And then I said, hey, how much is the fare for the bus? And then the lady said, it's $2.75. Okay. And then here comes Elsa and Ninita. He said, are you senior citizen? and then so Elsa was laughing because, of course, Ninita is not a senior citizen yet. And then they said, oh, yeah. And so for the senior citizen, we only have to pay $1. And then that's what privilege would be to be a senior citizen. And then I said, oh, because Nenita has to be included in the senior because she had quite gray hair now. And so gray hair is also a blessing to one another. Either way they have gray hair or black hair or whatever color our hair. It's a blessing for one another. And so our meeting over there in Oahu, it was just such a blessing for one another. We have Darrell, Daniel, me, Elsa, and Nenita. And so I thank the church for inviting us to be the delegates over there. And it was so fun. And the food, guess who cooked our food? Of course, it's Marshall. And then we have lots and lots of extra food, but then and some cookies, even bananas, and then it was time for them to go to Alamana by hotel, and then we went to the airport, and there he comes. We saw Pastor Vasily running and said, oh no, I cannot talk to you anymore because the airplane is have to leave pretty soon. And so over there we saw some of friends from by the other church, and also some of our friends from Kauai, but they have the same time, but they have different area. And so all I can say is we have so much fun over there, and we enjoy really going to the constituency meeting. It was a blessing to one another. I also thank also my participants over here, Mary and Roger, for giving us the parcel. And I know I gave it the names to be put in our bulletin, but it's okay. Everything works out so good. And all I can say is have a happy Sabbath day to everyone.